as we begin this series of matches between Lottery and Flippers Down. Halo Rec League Week 6. We are seeing Master Premade matches here. Oh man, Mikowski, pleasure being in the booth with you tonight. We're going to see this contest here at Rockets as the initial confrontation in this Capture the Flag game at Empyrean unfolds.
It looks like we'll have a reset here. Didn't see any of the players drop off the board. Not sure if maybe one was AFK.
They spawn with snipers.
I know we were enjoying a little tuna salad break before this match started, so I don't know, maybe a little tuna salad for the players in this lobby as well.
That actually sounds like a pleasant way to provide some sustenance for us to continue to pump some Halo into our veins. I'm going to tell you what, what we have coming up here next is a series of matches between Lottery and Flippers Down. In fact, that's game one matches. We're going to start off at Empyrean, capture the flag in this series of matches. And oh man, Mikowski, once they don't spawn with snipers, then we're probably going to be able to play the game like it's meant to be played.
Ah, well, no wonder I wasn't really taken off guard. I prefer snipers, so no wonder I was hoping the game would continue on. But yeah, probably a little bit of a balance issue, and with both of these two teams being undefeated and playoffs nigh upon us, probably want to make sure we're all on an even ground.
Yes, sir. And we're going to kick off this match. I mean, I love Empyrean, dude. I was a huge fan of the pit back in the Halo 3 days, and seeing it back in life and being able to kind of stomp on players that don't know it, it really feels pretty good. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely get that rolling on Empyrean, especially in the Slayers where you can manipulate and predict a little bit more of the spawns. But here we'll have a CTF matchup, and this is one of the most tried and true game types, not only in Halo history, but in FPS history, really. I would say, like, capture the flag on the pit. I mean, you don't get a more fair, balanced, and fun approach to a map game mode combination than pit CTF. Still have a little bit of an issue saying Empyrean. I don't know. It's like Empyrean. It's like 4 syllables. Like the pit. Come on. I 2 words, like half the syllables. I don't know. Maybe we make that balance change, because a lot of the changes they have made to Empyrean have been great. Knocking those 4 rockets down to 2, especially in middle, is going to make this a map that you can actually now take into Charlotte and look forward to playing, because I just think that would have been too glaring of a balance issue beforehand. But all even is the playing field now, and the score, as we have a match starting here between Lottery and Flippers Down. Mentioned before, both these two teams undefeated, and it's part of the joy when you get to watch in gaming, sports, competition, whatever it is, when 2 undefeated teams meet, you know it's going to be a good series.
Oh man, we sure do. And seeing it off on a symmetrical game type on a symmetrical map, it's a hell of a way to put these players to the test and really see what they're capable of. You know, also what's really nice, I think this map also facilitates a quick learning curve when it comes to the callouts. You know, because it's ours and theirs. So once you learn half the map, you know the whole thing. And it all makes sense. You know, first BR, second BR, you got training, you got overshield. I guess Heat Wave would be a more concise call out since the sword actually isn't there anymore. But Sushi Tacos here alongside of Fresh Breeze. Fresh Breeze with the sniper in tow going long. That's a well-placed shot right there as he gets that. Mad Mike, I don't think he ate much. Maybe a bullet to the face. Yeah, Mad Mike will be responding. Fresh Breeze gets yet another kill. They're approaching this. 10 minutes and 30 seconds. They want this, but the respawns are going to kind of stop them from getting that too much further forward.
Yeah, 50 cal must stand for 50 calories, because it's exactly what Mad Mike just poured down the pipes. Great sniper presence from Flippers Down, as Mad Mike now has that sniper in his hand, so a chance to reverse fate. And that nutty snipe we saw earlier on him, but just like that, he's out of snipe ammo and couldn't really find that battle rifle there. Got it kind of in between both weapons, one without any options for ammunition, and because of it, he goes down, and so too do 3 of the players for Lottery. So now Flippers Down with a chance with rockets coming up to not only control map, but this game as well with the potential score.
See some trades here. 3 players down. Oh, Lottery might have an opportunity here for Flippers. We're still 2 players even. We see the respawns are kind of soon there. Recline, trying to avoid the nade. He gets touched. It's right there in time for spawn of the rockets, though. And with that in tow, I think this push might be the pivotal path they need in order to secure a kill. There's one. Recline with the rockets. Let's see if he can secure yet another kill. Is he going to go for the Ooh, getting shot there a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, that was unfortunate.
a little bit of a snipe there from that rocket. Great work. And geez, thank God they've nerfed that ammo count down from 4 to 2. Just because we've been watching a little bit of Pit or Empyrean, and seeing that player reload after more often than not getting 2 kills with rockets for free almost is not quite the sight you wanted to behold. So great job by the HES team to patch that up and give us the most competitive form of this classic map as we see Sauceman going down. 1 down for each team. Frenetic looking to change that with that sniper rifle nade combination. Look at that, the timing. Nade going off. All you needed was the body shot to follow up, but he's better, one better with the headshot. But he eventually goes down to a dueling sniper rifle. So one of the features that most people were most excited about with this map returning was the chance for 2 snipers to be on the map at once. Got to see a little bit of that play out right there.
You really love to see it, and not only are there 2, but they're kind of frequent too, you know. Get in that situation, and you really love to see it. 8 minutes left on the clock. We've been in a stave-off, even situation here for 3 minutes as we see a third of the game unfolding, or fourth of the game unfolding. Fresh Breeze, take a fall there. We've seen some great performance from him through this game. Although his kills current doesn't really reflect it, RU Serial taking the top spot in the entire lobby with 10 kills on the board. Mad Mike pushing forward out of green box, gets a kill, but then a trade. 2 players down on both sides. Frenetic with some help there from Kryptonite, getting a kill together. And that assist on the board. Great assist to kill participation from the side of Lottery. It seems as though almost every single kill is accompanied with an assist. We're almost a 1-to-1 there, except for Mad Mike. Come on, man.
Yeah, and you look at the grouping for the Lottery squad, and like you said, everybody just right around the same amount of stats. And really, if I'm looking at stats, I'm looking for that more than I am like somebody having a really high kill death ratio or a bunch of damage, because when I see players all grouped together with a similar amount of kill, assist, death ratio, it means they're shooting the same thing. It means that they're on the same page. So despite it being an even game here, 0-0, I give a slight edge to Lottery. But just as I say that, 2 going down for Lottery. Now Flipper's down, pushing into that blue side of the map. But Sushi Tacos is going to go down. So great defense here from Frenetic. And it's going to give his team an opportunity here to take that back mid map control. This fight here at Long Haul will do a lot towards accomplishing that as 2 go down. And now Lottery look to push up.
Push indeed. Shots here from Frenetic. Outside of green box. Multiple nades on it. It's not going to be able to get away. 2 down on Lottery. Almost 3, but a perfect from Mad Mike. Leaves 3 up on the side of Flippers down.
Yeah, and this match rate so far has just been kind of at that 51% marker, then back to 49%, and then back to 50-50. I mean, there's really been no separation or break. And even when you look at the slays, it's pretty even. Maybe a -3-4 disparity, which does count for a team wipe, but really depends on where and when you get those kills. As Serial lines up the almost like hybrid quickscope, no scope, taking down his opponent Kryptonite. Frenetic going down as well, and now a potential to really take down this Lottery squad as Sauce goes down, and that's going to offer Flippers down an opportunity here to push up.
Are you Serial? Are you Serious? Pushing what looks like potentially with his team. Mad Mike with the heat wave. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. We're going to see Serial kind of rotating back. He knows Mad Mike is at the sniper. He goes for the shot onto Frenetic. Gets the kill as his teammate gets taken out. Serial looking at the first BR as Mad Mike pushes up with the heat wave. He's able to get it. Drops the shield, gets the shot onto BR, but no, doesn't need to. Sauceman with the kill. That's 2 down on the side of Flippers down. And Lottery's going to go for this grab. Doesn't get far. Can they come out on top? Can they take this flag forward? Can we see a score here in this match with 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock? Both teams really need to get something on the board.
Yeah, and I love that movement there from Mad Mike. The back of Mangler with that heat wave, the peek and pop, really not giving his opponent much opportunity to put damage down on him. But Despite the good play there from Mad Mike, it's Flippers down, taking down 3 and then 4 from Lottery. So they're going to have to reset that entirely. Oh my goodness. The repulsor sends the player back 2 times. Not off the edge though. As Mad Mike is going to take down Recline, and that's going to make that's going to be one that makes you sink in your seat, because twice you had the player booped off the map, but you had that little pillar there supporting the overshield structure and that player's life as well, as Mad Mike nearly escapes and turns the tide of favor now as his team looks to push up through this long haul. And if they can get a couple well-timed kills here, we could see another flag pull out.
Yeah, it was really, I think passive awareness of that pillar. Kind of, he put himself where he needed to be to make sure that that didn't happen, and he did a great job at avoiding death. 2 players down on the side of Lottery. Gonna see Recline pushing up, making the third. We do see a respawn and back in the shotgun. I'm gonna call it shotgun. I'm a legacy player. You know, I'm just gonna confuse all the new players. You know, yeah, got shotgun. You got needles. First and second BR. Frenetic pushing up from the respawn here as Lottery is now contending with the current flag grab from Flippers down. I'm not sure if they've made the cross yet. It looks like it's past second BR. It's in long, but 3 go down, rendering them without the opportunity to touch that flag. It looks like it may have the opportunity to return.
And now Sniper's coming up. So Sniper either going to help one team secure the return or potentially the score here, as we see Flippers down with just an inch left on the recovery. Sauceman doing a great job at taking Fresh Breeze down, but that's bait as he pushes up through the long haul, has opponents waiting for him. And now it's Frenetic with that Sniper looking to make a goal line stand of his own. Doing a great job of it so far, getting those 2 kills, allowing his team the time to push up, and that body shot there is going to be even more huge, but the flag is going to drop in. So despite the death from Flippers down, the flag goes down as well into the score cap point, and it's now a 1-0 game for Flippers down with just over 2 to go.
Flag has been captured. Exactly what they needed. They got the score. Now you know that Lottery's up against the wall. This has been an even season up till now, and it's so nice to see a capture the flag game at Empyrean be the determining factor, because what a great stage in which to present your abilities. Frenetic with the noob combo. Yeah, I'm pulling out all the legacy terms these days, folks.
Let it rip, and now using it in the more unconventional form, with almost the semi-automatic shots from that plasma pistol. And now look at this. Sauceman, last player alive, but he's got that overshield, and he snuck onto the opposing side. Gonna work his way back through Sword, taking damage from top snipe. Serial doing a great job supporting his teammate there, and that's gonna negate the overshield from Sauceman. But as you saw there, a lot of the attention was on the Sauce. It was his teammates taking advantage of that, pushing up, taking down 3 from Flippers down, and now it's Lottery in the base of Flippers down, and Sozer with 1 minute left. This is probably going to be their last chance.
Yes, sir. And we've seen some pretty intense moments where it kind of gets to become a sudden death type of situation, but with 4 down, Lottery is not being given the opportunity to return to the stage to compete in this match. 55 seconds left on the clock. We see Recline. All he's doing is defending that middle hallway, and he's going to be able to do exactly that as he gets the the attachment, gets the assassination. 3 players down on the side of Lottery. Still yet 40 seconds on the clock. We're down to the wire.
Ooh.
It's not looking good right now for Lottery.
Yeah, that was huge there. Fresh Breeze doing a great job as the last player alive, giving his team a great chance to secure game 1 in this battle between 2 undefeated opponents here in Lottery and Flippers down. We had a great showing here in game 1 and expecting a little bit more of the same here. 15 seconds to go. Frenetic with the last-ditch effort and a last-ditch double kill. Is he going to get the triple? He's going to get a flagpole instead, but Fresh Breeze is going to recognize that. A little maybe too desperate there, but the timing is of the essence. It makes sense. With 1 second, 0 seconds left on the board, Lottery are going to go 3 down, and Flippers.
This match under the record books. Frenetic immediately pushing heaven. Mad Mike, well placed slide boost, showing that shield wall right where it needs to be, getting Serial in the back. He has good momentum here as he moves forward, getting some shots onto Taco. Well placed nade with the shotty. That's his 2nd kill on the board, as early wins there from Kryptonite.
Yeah, big swing too with Mad Mike, because if he goes down, gives up that shotgun control to the other team, you're looking at a 3-1 advantage for them, and shotgun in their hands instead. It's still in the hands of Mad Mike, and it's not only that shotgun, but it's the positioning. As he's gonna get the 3-tap, the last shot, no less, as Mad Mike secures the triple kill and an early lead, 7-4.
God, man, you'd love to see those executions. Mad Mike just pulling it off with some mad nice shots. And I think he's pretty much consuming the lobby as the gamer tag ends up being quite true. 9-6. Lottery taking off an early win here in this Slayer game at Streets.
And in Slayer, sometimes it's the individual performance that winds up being the difference at the end of the game. More often than not, in that objective, it really comes down to objective efficiency, smart timing plays. But here in Slayer, you can really, land a triple kill, maybe an overkill, and be that difference, that 3 or 4 kill difference that your team needs. And so far, it's been the difference. But Flipper's down, looking to flip the outcome of this match as they now have numbers. 2 down for Lottery. Flipper's down, sensing the emphasis and the need to push up with those numbers. But a great job defending here on the B site. Getting a little pushback on Flipper's down, but they're going to get that opening break kill. Kryptonite going down, and now's the opportunity for Lottery to play some, now for Flipper's down to take advantage again of their numbers and start to build on that lead. They've just now got it narrowly 12-11.
Sushi Tacos, we see his perspective. He avoids the nade as it goes into tires. Flipping over to the other side, we see Frenetic getting taken down by Serial. Coming from behind with support from mid. Looks like all of them that are alive are together here. We see Rockets in the possession of Sushi Tacos. He moves up to the top of steps. He knows that they're at PD. He gets shot from the side. One shot on under top mid. That's going to be a checkbox. It's going to be a rocket kill. Effective utilization of the ground loot is going to mean Sushi Tacos can put a point on the board for his team. Now 18-14. As he still needs to be able to get some of these kills, he is going to be able to get another one. Leveling that execution just a little bit more. Sushi Tacos kind of paving that lead for his team.
A really disciplined use of that rocket as well. Had a chance to maybe fire a blind one in tires. Maybe had the comms from his teammates to not let that one rip, and that one extra rocket ends up netting him a kill on Mad Mike. So great work there from Sushi Tacos as his team now has that narrow 2-kill lead, and we expected a really close one in the last Slayer, Sozer, but this one's lining up to be that 50, 45, 46, 47, maybe 50, 49 finish that we were hoping for.
It is a close game, and it's kind of been back and forth a little bit too. We've seen, the old legacy Halo announcer gained the lead, lost the lead. We don't hear that anymore, but that has been what's occurring. 24-22. Flipper's down. Now minimizing this defeat, gets 3 kills in a row. That's a way to get a little bit of a smooth road here. But you got to keep the momentum. You got to be ready on the respawn. Frenetic getting another trade there in tires. Recline grabbing the shotgun from the other side of the map. Gets shots on to, unfortunately it didn't come through. Sauceman coming on top of that as he comes off of the shelf of C Stairs. Moving into the market area, 28-26. This is such an intense game.
At a 1-point finish in that last game. Granted, that was a CTF. Here we have a Slayer, and it's just as close. But we're not surprised by that, Sozer. We knew this going into this series. Both teams 5-0. So you're in this situation where something's got to give. Bend, don't break. If you're either of these two teams, as it's almost more about surviving than thriving here with two teams that are so evenly matched. As 3 now going down for Lottery, a full team wipe. Mad Mike, last player alive now, gets that clutch kill on Serial and is going to allow his team a chance to spawn up with him here at PD. But no, look at that, a flip spawn with Frenetic, and with good comms here, they could get a good pinch.
Hot damn. Oh, a little bit of a shot there. He looks down at him in a little bit of remorse. I'll tell you, man, the subtle articulation of the reticule just speaks volumes of what these characters mean with their expressions. It's always been something that stuck out like a sore thorn in Halo, is the expression ability, like the player's potential for expression, even just with as simple as a teabag, which we discourage in the league. You can kind of you articulate that in a way that's can kind of really be hilarious,
Yeah, without emotes in the game, you've got to find some more creative means to express yourself. There's one way you can express yourself, and that's by popping off. We're seeing a little bit of that from Recline and Serial, both with the majority of the kills on Flippers Down, but it's not like they're wildly positive, Sozer. It's not like they're, 13-5 or 16-8. You know, they're right there in it, having to really grind for every inch. Every kill is. We're seeing a pretty close battle on the other side. Everyone pretty much even. No one's really wildly positive or negative, and because of it, we're going into the 40s tied here. 41-40. Flippers Down now taking the lead. 41-40 Lottery with the melee at the arcade. Almost like an argument after a match of Simpsons. As the opponent goes down, Flippers Down with a narrow 43-42 lead. Make it 44 with the Rockets. Shotgun Kinetic. He's going to need to hold on to that if they want to come back. But no, he's going to go down. 45-43. Flippers Down. Looks in control.
Oh my gosh, 45-44. We're down to the wire, and it's a very close game. Who is going to be able to take the second game of the season? Is Flippers Down going to be able to confirm it? They're currently up by 1. If they can maintain that lead, if they can maintain that momentum here into the final few moments of this game, they can solidify their second victory, which puts them in a very good position. However, Lottery, they're back up against the wall. They got to get something on the board. And they might be able to do exactly that. They take the lead, 49-47. Lottery's taking the upper hand as the final few moments of this game are about to unfold. Can Lottery take this win?
Oh my God, near SWAT team level execution as 4 go down. Lottery now up 2, flipping this match on its head. And now, Sozer, we have a halt in action. Nobody wants to be the final kill, but it looks like Recline is going to try to force it as he flies out with that stalker rifle. Sauceman down to 1 HP. Only 1 kill left to give up. Serial in the corner there, and he does a great job getting out because a couple well-timed grenades there in the corner, and that could be the end of his life. And Flippers Down chance at coming back, still down 2.
Frenetics pushing a little bit forward. He's greedy for the kill right now. He knows that he only needs 1 to stay in this match. We can see game 4. He dies. It's down to 49-49. 2 players die on the side of Lottery. It's a tie game for the final kill in the second match between Flippers Down and Lottery. Oh, man.
And at this point, it's going to come down to those Rockets. It's going to play out like a SND match. And it looks like Kryptonite is going to sneak out the kill. Had the angle on Serial at top B stairs.
As we contest for a tiebreaker situation, it has been, let me remind you, a tie season for both of these teams throughout the entire Season 6. We have 5-5 as a record for Flippers Down and 5-5, 5-0 for both teams, rather 5-0 for both teams. So this is a tiebreaker series, and we are in a tie situation here in the third match of this game. Are You Serial already getting points on the board for his team?
Wow, and it looks like he was barely able to sneak out there with that oddball. With the cavalry arriving, he's got a bevy of bodyguards there at that top gold location. Sauceman looking to break it up with a little bit of shock rifle barrel stuff action, but he's going to get stuffed instead as Sauceman goes down. Sushi as well. An even 3-3 split, but just like that, Flippers Down go 3 down, and Lottery now with a chance to take down all 4, but Recline does a great job as the last player alive, and any kills after this are just bonus because he did more than enough taking down that one opponent as the last player alive. And look at this, Sushi Tacos, because of that, it's a cause and effect. It's a little bit of a domino here because of that awesome play from Recline. Now Sushi Tacos has a chance to carry it forward.
17-1 here in this oddball game at Recharge, getting down the third match in this series. It's great to see such an even footing from both of these teams, and really the camaraderie, the teamwork, the coordinated effort, almost like passively paying attention to one another is going to be what delineates one team from another. Being there for each other at the right time is really what's going to set them apart. It's no one individual's performance. We do see Mad Mike kind of eating it up every single day, stepping up to the plate, dominating everything in his path. 32 points on the board here early on the side of Flippers Down, kind of setting a tone that they're going to maintain what lead that they had early on in this series. But Lottery answering that in the second round might be there looming behind them as we approach a ball reset. Didn't get to touch it quite enough. And right there, Mikowski, you mentioned earlier that Oddball can be kind of long games, and right there is a prime example as to why.
Yeah, and we're especially leaning towards that if we continue to see the slaying prowess, but not the objective efficiency from Lottery. I believe last I counted, they had a slight edge in kills. At that time, it was 30-1. Now they're starting to build on it. Now they're starting to take advantage of some of those slays as they've cut the lead to 1-3. And now we're just going to go for a play ball. I like that there. With flippers down, pushing up through the pipes. Looks like they're about to regain control of that oddball. Lottery doing a great job to play that out, but flippers down with an even better job to instantaneously take that oddball back. I'm not sure if they had use of the grapple hook or what, but that was an extremely quick recovery there from flippers down. And don't look now, they're playing the ball themselves.
44-12. Pretty consistently, we've seen flippers down step up to the plate and get control of the ball at a rate that currently Lottery doesn't seem to maintain, as the evidence score leaves 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on that countdown timer. We've had 2.5 minutes of downtime for that ball and a total of what, 60 seconds of control. So we're at a 1-to-2 ratio for the current ball time versus you know what, it's sitting on the ground slay time.
Yeah, Lottery's looked good enough here to be not only be in this match, but be in the lead. Coming off of that incredible comeback, 50-49 victory, you'd expect to see a little bit of that momentum taken into the next match. But sometimes those are the excitement of winning that 50-49 really drains a lot out of you emotionally. Sometimes it's the double-edged sword, really. I think a lot of teams or people expect that when a team wins 50-49, they just carry all this momentum from it. But sometimes it wears you down. Sometimes it might have been a stressful 50-49. More often than not, it is. So maybe seeing a little bit of that here from this Lottery squad.
No doubt. And that stress can be draining. Because, you know, and that can be what deters, you know, the persistent state of mind that you really want to be in certain situations, where sometimes, you know, keeping the enemy right at the toe is the recipe that each of your members of your team need in order to maintain the line, in order to keep control, and to set yourself apart. 60-37. Flippers down. Strong lead here. They play the ball right. All four of them go down, but they got a play ball. They didn't give control. Well executed there. As, you know, if you're going to suffer that loss, it's best to also suffer that loss and not give the ball up where they could use it the best.
Absolutely. That reset right there was huge. We're looking at a potential tie here. At this point, it's already been 20 seconds. So oddball just now going into the hands of Lottery, whereas they would have had it that entire duration if not for the well-timed play ball reset from flippers down. And sometimes it's the difference maker. It's not always about milking that extra time. It's about making sure that the opponent has a harder time getting that extra time. As we're seeing flippers down. Somehow, again, whether it's sneaking into top gold or sneaking elevator here, they're just finding ways to milk that objective.
Perfectly avoiding the fire of Frenetic. Frenetic had great movement. Entered that site great, but he just used that pillar perfectly. Was able to get away. At one point, we had 3 players down on both sides of the team. Recline goes for the ball grab. Mad Mike's there. And we see nades coming in as the respawns have been made, and they're already back to the ball. But that's not going to stop Mad Mike from grabbing some more time for his team.
Here we go. And this is a chance here for Lottery over here at that A elevator location. We know in King of the Hill, that's one of the easiest spots to lock down. And now Lottery with an opportunity here in Oddball to show why it's such a strong spot. But just like that, it's the caster's cursed as 3 go down for Lottery. And that possession is going to flip hands.
Well, objectively, a curse for us, but yet a blessing for them.
Yes.
So, and I'm sure that they're counting those currently. 83-52 here in this oddball game at Recharge with 50 seconds left for floor time in the first round. That indicates to you that this has been a really heavily slaying match, and they're fighting for control in order to get the time. And you see it observed even in chat. They are milking it currently as flippers down. Able to come out on top of these engagements to get a little bit of time between them. And that's been the recipe they need in order to be up by this amount of points, currently almost by 30 here in the final few moments of the first round of this oddball game at Recharge.
Yeah, and up almost 30 with 30 seconds to go in this game. This one's going to be all but locked up here for Flippers Down, and recognizing the clock here, almost using it as a shot clock instead. Plays that reset maybe a little earlier than you normally would, but a full recognition of the situation from Flippers Down, and it's one of the reasons they're about to secure this game.
95-59 toward the end of this first round. They are going to get that first win on the board. Flippers Down with the momentum we saw, and Empyrean capture the flag, able to avert defeat where it's needed the most. And now we are in round 2 of this oddball, and let's see if they can keep on their current track and win the second game for their series here in this Masters pre-made match between Flippers Down and Lottery. We're in week 6 of Halo Rec League, folks, and I want to thank you so much for joining us.
2 going down for each side as Mad Mike looking to tilt the favor in his team's side with that camo usage. His first objective is going to be spotting an opponent. He's not been able to do that. At least get some comms. There we go. Wow. It's the player from Flippers Down almost getting the backsmack on Mad Mike, it looked like. But with that camo, avoids detection and secures that opening kill break here on Fresh Breeze. And Soldier, don't look now, but he's still got more of that camo to work with. So doing a good job with those 2 kills with that camo, allowing his team now to push up and pinch, as we're seeing the double push here from Lottery, Frenetic, and Friends. Going to be pushing through, but a great job playing some defense there as they take Frenetic down. And not going to take down his teammate though, as now 2 go down for Flippers Down instead.
Man, when that ball gets up there in the pipes, that can be a recipe for disaster if they're not there and ready to return. You got to get it out of there because the control point is just so strong. And especially if your teammates are in the right position, you really almost have to have someone controlling Attic, someone controlling in Whirlpool. But the A site, that's the real ticket. And it looks like right now Lottery's trying to get a little bit of a setup. If they can get somebody to Attic and somebody to Whirlpool while that ball's back at A, they could really lock down and force spawns at C. We could see the type of control that really renders games ending very quickly. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. 3 players down. Lottery suffering this. The ball is still it's a pump. It looks like they're going to be able to come back with a little bit of points here as Recline takes that grab for himself.
And that's the difference right here. Is earlier we saw Flippers Down in this situation. They were able to get a play ball off of the turbine. Now Lottery, with that control over at C, wasn't able to get that play ball, and there are these 20 seconds that we talked about earlier that would have went into Lottery's hands. Now we're seeing it materialize into points for Flippers Down, and now they've flipped the score. Now up 49-34.
4 minutes in this round. That's a minute of ground time with over a minute of hold time. We've seen much more aggressive holding this game than we have in the first, and I think that's noteworthy because maybe in the first round, I think Flippers Down kind of felt a little bit of the wind under their wings that they needed to know when to milk time, to know when to grab after the kill. And that's only put them 13 points above this round. So we can see if maybe, Lottery might have learned some lessons in the first round, and they might be bringing some of that back. They're only down by 20 seconds. They need to be able to win this round. But it looks like Flippers Down is going to be able to inch ever closer to their second round win here in this oddball match at Recharge.
Huge snipe there from Kryptonite, but he's going to need to stack them, whether through the scope of that shock rifle or the coordination and communication of his teammates, as we're seeing just that. Fresh Breeze going down, Serial going down. Will Kryptonite get a kill too? Recline looking to prevent that from happening as he takes down Sauceman and now has help here at the elevator. So I'm expecting a reversal of numbers, but my goodness, Kryptonite doing a great job there, trading out in a almost 1v3 scenario. But just as I say that, it's 80 seconds on the board and counting for Flippers Down. And Sozer, it looks like if Lottery can't figure it out here with this push, they might go down in this game.
Yes, sir. 10 seconds until the conclusion for Lottery. Flippers Down, rather. My apologies. Flippers Down coming through with this victory, getting the second win on the board for this season. And it doesn't look like that they're going to be able to earn this victory. Can Flippers Down break this and get a perfect season, maintain a perfect season? I think both teams really want that, so let's see what they can do to prove it.
Yeah, you love it here in the Halo Rec League when it feels like there's so much on the line. The consequences are very high, and whether it's the HRL or the HCS, you want to hold on to that perfect record as both these two teams pushing all of their chips forward into the middle of the table. Who's going to take home that pot? As we hop on board here with Kryptonite, looking to prevent that overshield from going into the suit of Sushi Tacos, but he's going to get a buff. A little bit of yellowtail, a little bit of tuna, a little bit of salmon in that taco, as a sniper is in his hands as well. And if he can put it to good use here, he could really help Flippers down, get off to a hot start. Needs to take down Mad Mike, but he does a great job surviving, scurrying away their one shot. And now Sushi is one shot. So great defense here from the lottery squad as 2, now 3 go down. Now it's just Sushi left. So unbelievable defense here from lottery. They weren't able to get overshield. They weren't able to get sniper, but they get this first hill instead.
Hot damn. The tuna taco really got me there. I'm going to be honest with you. I loved that. I, in fact, have made my mouth water a bit, and I got to kind of compose myself. 1 point on the board, also making my mouth water, is Lottery taking an early lead. They want this answer, and they're kind of starting to show that they can get, oh, ouch, all 4 down. That's the caster's curse, but hey, Flippers Down loves it. They're going to start to get some points and try to answer this first point here in this in the King of the Hill match at Livefire.
And that's got to be one of my favorite decision-making kind of forks in the road in Halo Infinite. And at the early start of a King of the Hill on Livefire, deciding, do we go for that first overshield or go for that first hill? Sometimes we're able to see teams really time it well where they can get overshield and use it to get that first hill, but more often than not, it's the team that chooses the hill over things like sniper and overshield. They get rewarded for it. But just like that, Flippers down with an answer on this second hill. Now having that overshield once again, and with the 1-1 game, momentum is shifting back in their favor.
It indeed is. Very close to this point. They were able to touch it. They were able to confirm it. That is a triple kill from Sushi Tacos. Once again, demonstrating excellent execution, as not only does he get the 3 kills, he immediately rotates into power position to try to watch the enemy respawn. He's there with his teammates as he continues to progress here early on. Tied 1-1. You love to see this. This is a great game so far.
Yeah, that was a great job getting that player down to absolute with that grenade. Was able to just clean it up with that body shot. Almost looked like a headshot based on the time to kill. So Sushi making it work. And now it's Flippers down. My God, Sozer, I felt like we were just building up the narrative and awareness around Lottery's really good start. And just like that, it's Flippers down. Now with a 2-1 lead, and now seemingly all of the momentum in their hands.
Yes, sir. And they were able to pretty consistently demonstrate that right there with that execution. I mean, that engagement was really kind of peculiar because I thought that Lottery had the upper hand, but we saw Flippers down kind of maintain control of that hill, get the second point on the board, and now we're going to be playing out here at the pillar, overshield pillar. Let's see what these teams can do, demonstrate their control of this wide open area of the map.
And now the decision is easy for you. Do we get overshield or do we get the hill? Now we get both. And this is going to be an absolutely massive hill. This one's a swing hill right here, Sozer, because the winner is either going to walk away with that 3-1 edge or a 2-2 tie. So massive +2, -2 swing, regardless of which direction this one goes. As Overshield goes into the suit of Mad Mike, and he's got that sniper rifle to work with now too. And if he hits this, I'm gonna freak out because that would have been absolutely phased, no scope, just absolute insanity. But he's unable to connect, goes down shortly afterwards, and now it's Frenetic as the last player alive, looking to prevent Flippers down from earning any more of that hill time. But he's got numbers to deal with as he eventually goes down, but he stays alive long enough to allow his team to get a close spawn, and Kryptonite takes advantage of it with the triple.
Oof. Quite nutty. Gonna see Lottery still trying to get control of this. A double kill on the board there from Mad Mike. Not able to confirm the triple. 2 players down on both sides. The mid-hill contest here is real. Lotteries, you can see that they taste it, that they really fervently crave that hill. Yeah. As Frenetic is quite fanatic as he's watching here at the sneaky Mad Mike from above, looking down underneath. Teams working together. They're doing well. Ooh, a great shot from Serial. Not what Mad Mike wants. And he pops out and gets another great shot. And 3 players have now went down on the side of Lottery. Wow, what a great interchange.
Wow, my goodness. Just as it looked like Lottery was going to tie this one up. Flippers down now with control. And if Kryptonite goes down, that's going to really be the fulcrum. That should add to more going down. Yes, 2-3 now down for Lottery. As Flippers down, might just flip the outcome of this hill. And just like that, they do, in fact, make it a 3-1 game. So just as Lottery was eyeing a tie, they've now got a spread of 2 to work with.
The hill has been claimed, and it's claimed by Lottery. They need their second point on the board. Will they be able to? Mid control is one of the most difficult ones to control. Every player is armed with 2 cluster lucks that spawn in their pocket. And Mad Mike gets taken down as the 3 players currently alive on the side of Lottery are working very well together to effectively get some time. They're almost halfway in their progress. 3 players alive. 1 Flippers down. We see a rotate out toward Overshield, as well as back here toward B site. We're going to be pushing up Nest to try to get top mid control, and still Lottery as claiming time, inching ever closer to their first or second point, rather.
Yeah, and with 3:45 on the game clock, there is no worry for the overall clock in this game. You're really only just looking to get that next hill. Obviously, if Flippers down are able to secure 1 more, that'll be the 4th to take down Lottery in this series. So they're going to want to avoid any more points going into the hands of Flippers down. But again, Lottery has the time to work with. They don't necessarily need to desperate or overpopulate resources to get this top mid hill, especially this top mid hill, which seems to be such a mosh pit of bodies going down left and right because of its location, primed in that top mid location. Plenty of angles and corners to tink grenades around as we see 2 come in. There's that cluster luck you're talking about earlier. And Sushi Taco with that sniper at that top sniper tower has huge. Flippers down in a spot where they could very well win this series right here.
Such a huge play here from Sushi. Seen great execution. Once he got up here, it's like everyone else knew what to do. He effectively communicated exactly what they needed to do there. And I think that's exactly why we're going to see Flippers down take this victory